All right, we're recording.
All right, let's do this.
My name is Erin. This is
Mars.
Yes, and we are cousins. We want to come together, just report the news. We always chit chat on the phone. We're like, we need to tell the people.
The people need to see this.
The people need to
be a part of this conversation.
Precisely.
Because, you know, we got some stuff. We got some opinions.
You know, have a good girlfriends chat, and it's like, everybody else should be involved in this, but yet we don't want to hear y'all talk. Amen. And we also know your attention span is short, so we're going to be doing things while we chat as you would in real life, right?
Exactly.
So today's topic, y'all already know, okay? Mr.
Cat in the Hat.
Don't get him sued.
I'm just like, oh yeah, no, I mean, that is the Katt Williams.
Come on.
Because I got about 5 minutes or so into this, jaw on the floor. Okay,
in case you are under a rock, just to give you that respect, Mr. Katt Williams did go on Shannon Sharp's. Is this a podcast?
This is a podcast.
Okay.
Club Shay Shay.
Club Shay Shay. Shannon Sharp, ex-NFL player.
Right.
Okay.
And he let that chopper sing. Like, he was just like, you know, straight left and right. Bah, 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 bah.
He called out so many names in the industry.
Everyone you could think of. Comedically. Like.
Well, no, P. Diddy is not.
Well, yeah, you know what? Everyone you can think of, period.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he went in, and it was crazy because I knew, like I said, I woke up, I didn't see it as soon as Shannon posted it, but I woke up, looked online, and it was like 13 hours ago, and was like, oh, come catch, you know, Katt Williams on the park, on Club Shay Shay. And I was like, okay, like, I've been seeing other people. I didn't watch any of them, but I did see a couple other comedians or whatever, you know, doing the podcast. So I was definitely excited to see Katt. Probably because just that morning I also had watched that evisceration of Wanda Smith. Like 5 minutes on your own show. What year was that? 2019.
2019.
Yes.
Oh my
2019.
Gosh. He jumped her off in what? Three or four lines. It wasn't even
3 or 4 lines. It was 5 minutes of read. Like, he went from head to toe, left to right, like snatched everything in sight. I mean, from her jewelry to the hair, headphone combination to gnarled fingers. And that is the part that takes me out every time.
Guys.
Yo, gnarled fingers. Like,
Katt Williams said in the interview that he uses his intellect to chump off people because you don't even know what gnarled means. And as I further watched his interview with Mr. Shay Shay, he also said more words. I didn't know.
I know, yeah.
Well, he was like, yes, the inscription of what I was saying. And I said,
exactly. I was like, oh, okay.
I said, so I'm the dumb. Okay. I'm also an industry plant because, baby, I don't know what.
I feel you. I mean,
you just said to me.
I love to learn, so it was very interesting to see him, you know, really drop all that, you know, just naturally. I loved it. I really loved it.
And I want him to know that he is in a league. He probably knows this. He is literally in a league of his own. Like,
100%.
In his own. I just need Katt to know, like, you are above normal intelligence. It's kind of like, I do believe, we all say this as, especially in the urban community, oh, Katt ain't been right since his mom passed, right? I believe they would have been friends. Because Kanye is also highly intelligent. Because his mom had everything
kind of just, and it really is something that I don't think, you know, anyone can even, you can be empathetic, but you're not going to understand what he's going through. And it's just like, it's unfortunate, but you can't relate to it. And you know, it's just,
even if you have a parent pass, which a lot of people do, you're not in the public spotlight also grieving.
And even if you do, like, everybody may not react the same way to certain things. And then, you know, especially if you're not having that same type of relationship with the parents. So it's crazy. I don't feel like that question was necessary.
No, and that's another point I made to Mars before we started talking. I was like, Shannon already had a bunch of like controversial questions queued up, but Katt came in with names.
Right, he said, hey Katt, how you doing? Well, first of all, fuck your bitch and the clique you claim.
Immediately.
I was like, oh, it was like 9 minutes in, and he was like, Tyler Perry and Ricky Smiley can't play a woman to save their life. I was like, oh yeah, this is something different. I was like, this is not at all.
Shannon was, but it was a couple of times he was like, I gotta put the note cards down.
I'm like, Shannon, first of all, Shannon can't really laugh. Like, I commend him for that, because I was howling.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay? I mean, howling. Absolutely. I was screaming, literally. Yeah. So kudos to him for keeping his composure, because I saw a lot of people like,
because he has an unnatural, what did Katt say? He has an unnatural losers. So of course he kept his composure, because those are his people.
He said an unnatural allegiance.
You have a natural allegiance to losers.
And the thing is like, this stuff is right off the top of the dome. Like, you're not, this is literally who you are. So people could think, you know, he's rehearsing this. Like,
no,
he didn't rehearse. There ain't nobody gonna rehearse.
He knew who the bullets were for, but I don't think it was it wasn't a rehearsed interview.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Sorry guys, our battery died, so we're coming back.
We're back.
Our apologies. But we're going to jump right in, because we have so much to say about the Katt Williams interview, but we don't have time to say it, because like, just briefly, the business move of this podcast was amazing, okay? Because it upped Shannon, I bet you everyone went back to go watch Katt's special on Netflix again. You know what I mean? It brought that back up again. Shannon got the highest numbers he's ever had. Aside from the mess, Katt Williams also dropped a bunch of gems. A bunch of one-liners. A bunch of one-liners.
An unnatural allegiance to, what is it, to losers?
Unnatural allegiance to losers. Competition should always be in whatever career you're in. I don't care if you're a receptionist, honey. Be the best receptionist. Let me compare other. Oh, y'all don't type as fast as me. So that was one thing to up yourself by making competition out of everything.
Exactly. That's
Come on. How to get rid of toxic people. Okay, learn what feeds them and starve them out. Starve them out.
They're gonna leave.
Live every day like it's your last, for real. Like, and not saying spend all your money on stuff, but actually like, okay, if that was my last day, how would I be remembered by my family, friends? Like, what is my legacy I just left? Now, we're not saying go to Europe. That's not what's gonna be counted on your great moments.
Right? How are you helping others? How are you helping your community, somebody else's community? Like, what are you doing within your realm of possibilities to really, you know, make your mark, to really help somebody else?
Even something as simple as, if you had that tip, if you had the money for that tip, and you could have gave it, did you?
Right.
You know what I mean? Something as simple as that. You know what I mean?
Another thing, because like I've seen on the internet, a lot of people are like, oh, you know, the joke was stolen. So I saw the joke, and we both have seen the joke. And it's the thing, and Katt said that Sed was there. So my thing is, if Sed was at the show and saw the joke years prior and didn't make mention to, that's crazy, dog, I got a joke like that, and you were backstage talking and kikiing, like, that is what looks suspicious. Because at this point, a lot of people are like, oh, it's all love. Like, I saw Ricky Smiley was like, it's all love, I ain't got nothing to say. But it's like, well, if he was lying, like,
Ricky Smiley responded too?
Yeah, Ricky Smiley was like, it's all love.
She jumping ahead. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, I saw that. And I was just like, I mean, well, yeah, that makes sense. If it wasn't anything that was a lie, what would you have to say for real? Yeah. Like, that's how I feel. Like, of course you don't have anything to say, because I'm not lying, and, you know, you can't say that I was lying. But, you know, that's neither here nor there. Kevin did respond, and I don't know what he said. Like, I don't know what could have been said, but you know.
All right, well, we're going to watch it with you guys. But I don't know, girl, this might be one of those fake news things too.
Oh, yeah.
Where they only play like the Instagram comments, and I'll be like thinking she didn't respond to this.
Right. It's crazy because Mark Curry has been said, he's been in interviews saying, oh yeah, no, he definitely stole my jokes. He's done this. He was like, man, fuck him. Like, and it's said, and we're gonna, you know, you can see that right there. Because it's definitely out there. Black Twitter found it. Love them for that.
I don't know who Gumgo Bara is.
So I think that's a girl from, what was it, the Beauty and the Beast, maybe? Or Belle, I think that's the name of the movie, Belle. And I think she plays somebody else. She's like a I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I don't want to say the wrong thing.
So
ask Dr. Umar. He would tell you.
I am confusion. I don't know the end, but this response is exactly what I said they were going to respond last night, because what are you going to say? And here's the thing. Regardless of if Katt Williams is telling the truth or not, doesn't matter in the court of public opinion, right? Because of how he delivered it, how he brought it on, he's going to win. The first thing we hear is the truth. It doesn't matter. So even if he's lying, it don't matter. So I'm glad Kevin Hart handled it exactly how I thought his PR manager would. Oh, okay, moving on. I'm still gonna make my money. As you should. As you should. Like, but we're gonna go watch it.
Right, and we're gonna still say that Katt's probably telling the truth. And you know, it is what it is. Like,
enjoy being an industry plant, whether you are or not. You know what I mean? Like, you still got to where you are by either agreeing to be a plant or working hard. Because here's the thing, Kevin Hart works hard. We're not taking his work ethic away at all. But how he got in a position to be powerful, we don't know.
Exactly.
We don't know. But his reaction is...
Because my thing is, you know, I wasn't there. It seems like, you know, Katt was there. He was in the rooms. So it's like...
I mean, he definitely been around longer than Kevin.
Hello.
Like, let's be clear.
Be for real.
Let's be clear.
2 years, because it was, what, 2 years after, what's it called? Friday After Next, that Soul Plane came out. And I feel like that was... definitely the first I had heard of Kevin Hart, and that was what, the most bootleg movie of all time. It really was, because I watched it at your house.
Wow.
Because somebody else brought it over.
Yeah. And I said this, I do believe off camera that yes, Katt Williams' movie success is abysmal compared to everybody else's he named. Like, maybe, I don't know if Sed's been in any big movies or not, but Steve, that's why he said he said this. On paper, these guys is way better than me on paper, but he said, let's get into the field and actually do what we're supposed to be good at.
Yes.
Let's talk about it. So all these comebacks that everybody's saying, he already addressed it. Yes, they are way bigger movie stars than me because they're willing to do things I'm not willing to do.
Exactly.
And Hollyweird, everybody, y'all want to claim Hollyweird until we call it out being weird. Now you're like, but those guys didn't do anything to you.
Well.
Okay. He just further explained why no one likes Kevin. And it's so funny, a part of it, he was saying, like, my fans know, like, oh, he'll be out of jail in a minute. Like, every time he goes in, I'm like, oh, y'all, this is not news. He'll be out in less than 2 days. Even if that. Katt's been to jail so many times and got out so every time. 19 felonies, 0 convictions, right? I think he always says that.
That's what he says. That's what he says, because that's what it is.
That's what it is.
And it's just like, I mean, what are you gonna say next?
And I hope the youth, I'm pretty sure the youth watched this as well. I'm so glad he said a thing about, I saw what drugs did to people. I didn't see it. Why would I do anything above what I'm doing now?
Right.
I see
it.
That it goes, these people were affluent in the community. They had families and lost it all because you tried a drug that you shouldn't have.
Hello?
You mixed the baking soda and now...
I'm telling you, like, you trying man-made drugs and thinking that it's gonna work out and it's not.
It's not.
Like, literally not going to. And he just keeping it real. Like, it sounded legit to me. I ain't gonna lie, it sounds very much like what is going on. And I mean, hey,
he comes back every 3 to 5 years.
Spank Horton.
But the thing
also don't
is,
know who that is.
So Spank Horton is, I guess, one of the Red Cup boys, like one of Kevin Hart's entourage. But my thing is, you talking about he come back every 3 to 5 years, but is the story changing?
Come on. Is
the story changing, or is he still repeating the exact same thing he's been trying to tell people this whole time? Like he said, he told people, or he's had his whole team hear Harvey Weinstein say what he said to him, and I'm just like...
And then, doesn't that make sense if you tell the same story?
Exactly.
Why would you say he tells a story every 3 to 5 years? The story didn't change. It's the story, it's the truth, so it wouldn't change.
Like, just,
you confirmed it.
Exactly, you confirmed it. Like, you're going with what he said. Like, yes, he does come back and keep saying the same thing. Is he wrong, or are we just not listening to what's really going on?
And his career is still not going to progress in movies. It's still because you still got to play the game in Hollywood.
Right.
Like, this is still not. That's what he's saying.
And
like,
he's not with it.
He's not going to do it. You got to tell him no.
You gotta tell him no. Like, you can't just go for anything. You gotta be the person that when they look at you, they be like, nah, they ain't going for that. They ain't going for that. Like, let's just be for real. That's
and it
how
will affect your pockets. It will. That's why the only reason that Katt Williams still has good pockets is because he's in the community. He knows his. Again, that man is a genius. Let's just be clear. He read all those books when he was a child. He's a genius, so he knows how to actually get to the people. I love what he said about he's not playing into white audiences or black audiences. He's playing into people. Okay.
Now, I mean, I ain't gonna lie to you. 3,000 books, what do you say, a week? That
something like that
is
wild.
A lot.
It's a wild.
So I don't know what
but I don't know what religion that he grew up in. He literally didn't mention
he
it.
wasn't saying, okay, I see how she did that. Okay, we're gonna just do this right here. Okay, so I'm just trying to dismantle and, put this braid back in because.
And y'all, on future videos, we will have products listed. This is our first one. Give us grace.
100%.
Next time, this beauty spot I'm using on my face right now, so I didn't want to mention products. Which is nothing wrong with beauty spot. I just don't know what I'm reaching for right now.
To be perfectly clear and honest with everyone, I 100%, I use this little Nairobi. Like, this is like a little holy grail. You can do so much with it, to be honest with you. So I'm gonna use a little bit of this so I can, get it sleek, get it a little damp, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm using a little bit of water, but I don't really want it to just curl up like crazy because baby, she will. And then, I know this is, folks might be ready to tussle. I don't know.
Come on, let them tussle.
But, at the end of the day, I know where I came from. And, I'm not, Gots to Be is cool, but pump it up.
Baby.
Gold?
What year is this a year? What year did that come out? Because I feel like it's been around my whole entire life.
My whole entire existence. This right here, but this used to get me.
But honestly, Nairobi too. It's old school.
Hello, let's not. And you know what? And I put a little bit of this Supergirl, and I'ma just, just keep me slick and get a little shine there. And that's what we gonna do, and we finna do what it do and get this back to where it was. I'm so glad that it's in a little section because that's gonna actually help me.
All right, guys, again, bear with us, first episode. Next celebrity that we want to do the response to, so far it's just been the tweets, but we still obviously reacted to it.
Yes.
Ricky Smiley verbally responded, so this is our first time hearing it.
For anyone who doesn't know, but I think it's syndicated, I'm not sure. We live in Atlanta, so we hear it every morning, but Ricky Smiley has the morning show. I think it's syndicated, I'm not sure. So
maybe it plays other places. I thought it was canceled.
Same, I don't listen to it because I don't listen to the radio because I don't play the radio, but either way, this is the response, and apparently he went on this morning and had a whole response to this thing. So we're about to see that and see what he got to say.
All right, we are watching it, y'all. Let's do it.
When I was on Shannon Sharp, I was telling him the story of some of the behind the scenes from Friday After Next. Let's start with that. When I went out there, let's just go back. In 2000, I was the host of BET Comic View, and in the season 2004. I also worked on this show called Live from LA. That was my first job with BET, and that's where I met Ice Cube, if I'm not mistaken. And Ice Cube was like, hey man, I like your work. I want to do some stuff with you. I want to put you in some movies. And Ice Cube started putting me in movies, which really helped my career. I was in All About the Benjamins, but of course, when they changed the ending of it, that part didn't make any sense. But then he put me in Friday After Next. And just for clarification, I went out to audition for Friday After Next as Money Mike, not the Santa Claus. And that is the honest God truth. I had no reason to go on there and to go on Shannon Sharp's show and lie about any of that. That's what I auditioned for, was Money Mike. And I guess the producers, Cube and everybody saw something different. And I think that Money Mike character, Special K, was going to come off as kind of like...
just a guy who was hanging around in the strip mall who was just kind of being annoying and almost like a crackhead type of character that was
right.
Just,
so Katt, I guess when Katt Williams did it, they added the whole pimp twist to that character, which was actually a better decision and made it funnier. Cause ain't no way in the hell I could have executed that role like that, and I'm glad that they made that decision.
Okay.
They put me in the Santa Claus role.
So we're 2 minutes in, just a little over 2 minutes in. Don't mind her, she's coming together. We're working on this side.
I didn't look up.
Listen, she's cool, but what's not cool is them saying that he said Money Mike was supposed to be a crackhead pimp, instead of the Santa Claus who's breaking in, and the whole movie is based around this Santa Claus that's breaking and entering and stealing everything and stealing Christmas, but Money Mike's supposed to be the crackhead. Like, that...
He did not consult his PR
We need to go ahead and insert the Viola Get in My Purse. Cause what? Like,
it's been inserted.
That right there, that's... And it's crazy because I was not expecting to be feeling that type of way about what he had to say. Because growing up here, Ricky Smiley has always been on the radio doing some crazy stuff. I'm not going to go so far as to say that he has never made me laugh, because that would not be true.
Yeah, because going back really quick to Katt Williams, that's the one thing. One little minuscule thing I didn't agree with. Like, Lil Darryl was hilarious back then.
Lil Darryl was there. But there's the thing now. We were children.
I was a child laughing at a special needs child back in the day.
I feel like he really was catering.
But adults were laughing at that time. That was adult.
Well, I assume they were, but I was not seeing it, and I wasn't like interacting with. I love seeing Brandy pop up on your phone. Like, that is like my favorite thing ever. Whenever I notice, but yes, like, I don't know if the adults are laughing for real. Like, I was laughing, so I don't know what was going on with anybody else. But yes, now when he was that grandmama, I mean, he was always that old lady, and she was in her church shoes. She said her toes fell off. I fell out. Deceased. That was one of my favorite prank calls. Yeah. So yeah, Ricky Smiley definitely done made me laugh. I'm not gonna lie, like, at least the ones they all have made me laugh. Yeah. But I can see what he's getting at, and that I stand behind. You know, integrity, you know, loyalty, honesty. Just, you know, if you are inspired, be inspired. Let me know that you're inspired, and maybe I can help you develop something better for yourself. And, you know, at the same rate, you can recommend me for other things that I may not be privy to because you have been let into this door by the keepers of the gate. Because the gates are there. But you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how it could have been. You know, you don't have to steal. Like, you don't have to steal anything. You can always, you know, be inspired. You can always ask for assistance. Like, I'm asking her for assistance right now. You know what I'm saying?
This part go viral. I'm done, y'all. This is a very basic beat. It's not even a beat, it's a slap. But the fact that her hair is like this is hilarious to me. Okay. I don't remember if I mentioned the business. I did. I mentioned the business part of the podcast earlier. Not only is this raising Katt Williams' stock and Shannon's, because individually these people are also responding. Y'all don't understand the business move. If everything Katt said was a lie, once again, who is everybody talking about? I just want y'all to know. The business move, this man.
What, 6 minutes and 7 seconds, and he just mentioned about how the director or whoever called him from First Sunday and asked him to play Bernice Jenkins. He's like, there was no contract, and I'm just sitting here like, well, maybe it wasn't a contract for you, but Katt said that it was in his contract that he was not going to be working with you unless you were in a dress. So I'm like, you know, maybe you weren't privy to that information, because he said you jumped at the opportunity before it even came up to look into the contract and say, I'm not going to work with Melissa who was in a dress. She was already in the dress, and they said, oh, well, let's get Katt because he's already in the dress. We know what Katt won't. Like, that's what I was thinking.
Because you wouldn't know what's in somebody else's contract. Just like you don't know. What's when you want, like, only green Skittles in your dressing room? What is that called?
Oh, I don't know. like all of your
I forgot the official title. I'll put it right here.
Right,
but yes, I'll say your deliverables for right now. Like you wouldn't know another celebrity's deliverables
unless they told you. And if you're not cool, why would you know?
Right. And again, Katt, I am not. I'm one of those like semi-woke people. I really don't believe that everything Katt said was the truth. It just makes sense. And again, in the court of public opinion,
that's what matters.
That's what matters. 100%. I'm so sorry in 2024. Okay, so
like
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
I don't know if he would, because the thing is that
might do a little tweet like everybody else did.
Maybe, but my thing is he really ended that whole thing when he was like, "You said it was the first wife and she got you everywhere where you needed to be, and now you have said no, it's this wife." And I'm just like, that right there, just what do you have to say? And you know, Steve has elevated, I would say, like in television, so you know, maybe he'll come off as he ain't gotta say nothing like Lori, you know, like,
because we've seen her and she hasn't said a
not
word.
Give a flying fudge cake about none of that. She don't care about none of the no response needed, and you know, and I love that for her. Okay. That's that Capricorn, you know, that go, and I don't have to respond. I don't have to respond. I could if I wanted to.
Why is this the headline of somebody?
Last Mr. Potato Head. Oh, and Walrus. Whoa. And Complex. Wow, Complex. That's crazy.
So he has not said anything as of right now.
And I mean, hey, you know.
I know Cedric just said that was my joke, dog. That was my.
And I just don't know.
I didn't know
about
we're still
that.
recording. So great. I'm glad I got that on camera.
Yes, I don't know if that was his joke or not. That's what I was supposed to go get downstairs. My hair rose, but it's okay. I don't know if that was his joke or not. But I will say that there were a lot of similarities, and if you're developing it over the next 2 years, then yeah, you can create it and make something else.
Exactly.
Like, especially if you're working with, you know, all these people, and Bernie was there, you know, so who knows what.
The only thing that got me suspicious that it is a stolen joke that's been adapted is the fact that it was silenced the whole time. The motions, that was a little reach for me, but it was the fact that it was like, all right, this part of the joke, we're gonna be quiet. Let the music do the job. That's the only thing. Like, if Seth had just been like, yeah, reverse it. Oh, this is my part right here. Had he been taught, that's the only part where I'm like,
yeah, but it's like you can see if it was like influenced just by the things, and not saying nobody can think of the same things you can think of.
Absolutely, parallel thought.
Hello, that is a thing.
There's only 6 humans on this earth.
Let's be for real. And so I can say that, but at the same time, if you were there and you see me do this, it is now in your mind. You can't unsee it. And even if you want to put all this sauce on top of it and put all these different things, like, you still saw this joke from me.
You saw it. The first time you ever saw somebody go, that has been funny since. That has been funny for so long. Forever, whoever did it first.
I barely got it.
Whoever did that first, we don't know, we don't care. It's everybody's joke now, so it's just a thing. So
yeah,
it is wild.
You know.
It is wild. Y'all, thank you so much.
This was great.
For tuning into our first episode. We will have longer episodes next time. We try to keep this down. Hopefully this is 30 minutes. I don't.
We'll see.
We don't know. We don't know till y'all know. Amen.
Hello.
Yes. So we'll have more things like finalized, but again, it's episode 1, y'all. And we will see you back on planet Earth.
Yes. Bye.